animals in the wild are dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. They're far more than just cute paws and sweet faces. Sometimes, however, it's hard to forget just how cute they can be out there when they aren't threatening. Some of the most dangerous big cats can be just as sweet when they're cared for and comfortable as a house cat. In their size, the real danger is Snowball at home might not know her strength sometimes, but a real-life tiger definitely won't. Playing rough can cause big when the stakes are set, but in the meantime, it's cute to watch along. These 12 animals were caught in the act, from silly gorilla babies to a gator that wants to be pet like a dog, or even a polar bear happily swimming with his human dad. Get ready to hear about these 12 dangerous animals who are caught being friendly on camera. Number 12. When you think of good animals, you probably think of dogs and cats. This gator proves they're more than meets the eye. His name is Rambo, and he's very well behaved. The handler manages to speak to the gator in the evenest tone, even when scolding him when he's moving just a bit too much. Hand-feeding animals can be a risky business, especially ones who can't tell a finger from a piece of food. Rambo here, though, is an absolute pro at it. We'd go as far as to say Rambo seems like he's enjoying himself, pleased to get the treat when he performs. He's as cute as any puppy out there, isn't he? Number 11. Big or small, all cats are just cats. Well, not exactly. Not many people would allow a tiger in their home. Not only that, but they swim with him, let the kids around him, all seemingly with no hesitation. We've never seen anyone explicitly trust these big cats so openly, but Ari Borges in Moringa, Brazil proves otherwise. They don't just have one tiger, but 7 of them. They were circus rescues, and though Ari had no practical experience with them himself, he took them in given their extreme circumstances. We can't say whether this is the best place for them to be, but Ari has undoubtedly done his best to make them feel at home. Before we go on, like this video, pop the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell right now, or the ghost in your closet will manifest itself tonight. Number 10. Honestly, maybe all animals' wants are a bit of affection, from the tiniest mammals to the most massive of birds. The Andean condor is the world's largest bird and a combination of its weight and wingspan. This Brazilian man saved the condor as a baby bird, and he comes back to visit his rescuer all the time. It's a sweet reunion that they've caught on camera here, but don't be fooled. This particular winged predator isn't always so pleased to be around. If owls and eagles can pick up house cats, what do you think the mileage on a condor is? Number 9. Foxes are insanely clever creatures. Quick-witted and survivalist by nature, they live in extreme conditions under extreme circumstances that other animals might struggle with. But they're also quite interesting. Their behaviors range from skittish to downright standoffish. But how about friendly? These Arctic wolves stole the show when they guests at the 2017 Polar Bear Migration Flying Safari. They first seemed interested in food, and quickly it turned into something a bit more silly. They wanted to greet the newcomers just like any dog might. To get a good smell and see what's going on, who can blame them? They sniff around a bit and give the safari visitors a fun story to tell back home. How fun! Number 8. Now, being out in the wild will almost always mean seeing things you wouldn't see back home. But that sort of excitement seemingly goes both ways. These gorillas, however, seem ticked to see a human in the wild. What is this strange, hairless ape? The cameraman keeps his cool, and understandably, the mother does as any good mother would, and removes her babies from the human as soon as she grows tired of it. Good, relatable mothering out in the wild. Now, you may want to avoid your gorilla family run-ins. The babies are cute, but the mother won't like it much. And where the family is, the father gorilla isn't far off. Number 7. One thing you don't expect to see coming from a wild orca is playfulness. That's precisely what fishermen off the coast of Vancouver Island found when orcas came up to their side of the boat to be, well, a little silly. Killer whales are massive. It's rather hard to imagine them out there just playing with each other, but they're brilliant. Just as intelligent as dolphins. In fact, did you know they technically are the largest of the dolphin family? Fun fact. Maybe that would make it a little easier to imagine them playing with people. Then again, Flipper the dolphin was never quite so terrifyingly big. This big guy seems to have caught himself a whistle to play around with. Luckily, the fisherman has a spare moment to film this odd encounter. Number 6. The thing is, this happens. It's a thing that happens often. Orcas are highly intelligent, so why wouldn't they like to play? Chances are, none of us will experience it in our lifetime, but we can assume on the waters, they get just as bored as any one of us. Who wouldn't want to mess with some humans in a boat for fun? Is it probably just as much the highlight of their day as it was the unsuspecting fisherman? I could see that. We can easily forget that these big guys are apex predators, especially given there hasn't been a single wild attack recorded of killer whales hunting humans. Even when they're mistaken, they'll break off the hunt when they realize it's a human and not a lion. We could go as far as to say these guys are sort of also man's best friend. A little scary, but friendly. Number 5. These terrifying big cats here lead us to believe all cats want to be played with. It's almost uncanny to see it. Between the leopard and the tiger, this man could very quickly be mincemeat. Instead, they cuddle and play around with him. He has the unique experience of being able to say he's able to carry a leopard around like a baby. How many other people can say that? Still, I'm not going to be signing up to foster a leopard or tiger anytime soon. That job can stay with the sanctuaries, thank you very much. Number 4. Wolverines get a bit of a bad reputation. An earned one, but bad nonetheless. They're known for being aggressive, but this handler must have a magic touch. Seen here, he's hopping along with him, trying to get his attention it seems. The crowd loves it, and who wouldn't? He's hamming it up for the applause, and we're more than happy to give it to him. The handler goes on to say he's the only one who works this closely with the animals. And can you blame the other guys? This guy's got the dangerous Wolverine giving him kisses on the face. Not everyone's quite so lucky. Number 3. You've heard of the fox and the hound, but have you heard of the dog and the kangaroo? This duo tops them all, playing like they're the same on the list of unlikely friendships. There's plenty of videos stating otherwise. Kangaroos are pretty dangerous on their own, with powerful abilities out there. Kangaroos are known to gut their victims, and here he is, goofing about with the family dog. I think they make a great pair, but I'd still want to keep an eye out, just in case. Number 2. People and bears go together like oil and water. That is to say, they don't go together at all. It might be better to say that they go together like animals and prey, but that's not as fun of a visual. These bears are friendlier than most, but still, not teddy bears out there. What we're seeing is a case of monkey see, monkey do. The bears know that this behavior makes humans happy, and they probably are rewarded with snacks from less forward-thinking guests. That being said, it makes for an adorable video. Look at them. Don't they look so happy to have figured out the whole waving business? Cute. From afar. Number 1. Most people know polar bears are dangerous. That's not a revelation. You take one look at them, and it's easy to know you need to be very, very careful. But sometimes, well, people defy all odds. Whether it's cute or hazardous, the polar bear in question seems just as attached to his human as the human is to him. Their bond is adorable, and he's known to even swim with his polar friend. Sweet, but bears are always going to be a little too scary for us. Animals are out there in the wild, but they have personalities and thoughts just like the rest of us. We love seeing them in their natural habitat, but the ones who don't skitter off have got to have the same thoughts about us. From the curious to the playful to the downright domestic, these 12 animals know how to have a good time.